Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on now, dig me. One and only Steve Harvey. Got what? Radio show. Man, what you doing with it? Trying to do the very, very best I can with it. I really am, you know. I get tired sometimes on my journey. I'm not going to kid you. Trying to make something out yourself is a task. If you want to attempt to do something and understand going in, if the thing you're trying to do is to improve yourself, to better your position, to better your relationship, your family, anything, you're trying to be a better you, you're trying to make more money, you're trying to get it together, you're trying to change. If any of those things are in your hopes and dreams, know this right here. You are about to face some challenges, but you might as well go ahead anyway and face those challenges, because if you don't, you have a whole nother set of challenges to face. You know, it's an amazing thing, man, how people sit around and they watch other people strike out to become successful, and they sit in the stands watching these people play out these games, and they criticize, they boo, they laugh at their efforts and everything. And they talk about the failures. He missed that game winning shot, boy, he sucked. Man, he did this, he ain't worth that. I hear people who sit in stands, who criticize people who are out there on the playing field. Now, when you're on the playing field, you have a set of challenges in front of you. You're going to be open to criticism. You're going to be open to ridicule. You're going to be talked about when you don't know the people who are talking about you. Now, here's the upside to being the player on the field that's facing all the challenges, the criticisms, the laughing, the joke, the being talked about. He has something going for him. This person, boy, woman, child, girl, man, has an opportunity to win. They have an opportunity to win. And in the game of life, just because you lose one of the games or you lose one of the matches, it don't mean you've lost. You don't get put out. You keep playing. And when you're playing, here's the upside. You have the opportunity to win. But guess what? You're going to win some of the matches. You're going to win some of the points. You're going to make some of the dunks. You're going to hit some of them over the wall. You're going to hit some out the park. You're going to score some goals. You will if you're playing the game. Here's the problem with the people who don't face criticism, who nobody boos or cheers for, who sits in the stands and knows neither victory nor defeat. Those people, without realizing it, are facing a set of challenges also. And the challenges they facing is how I'm going to live with myself, what I'm going to do now, what direction am I going in, where am I going to live, wonder what job will hire me, wonder if I can get paid for criticizing. Oh, woe is me. I can't find the purpose in my life. And man, I'm just waking up in a state of confusion. I don't know what to do. Now, let me ask you something. Which one of them set of challenges you'd rather be faced with? Because if I'm on the floor playing, if I'm on the field playing, if I'm out on the court playing, then guess what? I got a chance at winning. But guess what I'm doing every day while I'm playing? I'm strategizing. I'm waking up with a purpose. I'm waking up trying to come up with another angle. I'm in pursuit of a goal every single day versus the people in the stands who know neither victory nor defeat. Get in the game. Face the challenges. Better yourself, better your wife, better your children, better your condition, better your employment status, better your job, better your career. Take a shot. Come on, man. What you waiting on? Because the alternative is to watch other people play the game. You know what I just do sometimes? Sometimes I get Forbes magazine or Money magazine, or sometimes I still grab a copy of the Robb Report. I just flip through it just to see. I used to get this book called Unique Homes. Unique Homes is a magazine that just has a lot of extravagant houses that's on sale across the country, across the world. I used to just flip through, man. Let me just see, man, what the people that's playing the game out there doing. Stop watching other people become successful when you could very easily be you if you make the decision. But when you make the decision to become successful, get ready for a series of challenges. I think it's more difficult not to accept the challenge. I think it's, for me, this is just for me, it may not be the case for you. For me, I think it's far more difficult to wake up and just see how life gonna go today. Because, man, it could just deal you any kind of hand today. You understand? I don't like, spades. Let's talk a card game, for example. The game of spades, really, man, it ain't a whole lot you can do if you don't get no spades. Really? It's a couple of little strategies you got to do, but you can have all this ace, king, queen, diamond, all you want, but, man, you ain't got no spades. They cutting them. You're in trouble. Bid whist, different game. You can create what's in your hand. You got dealt a hand, too, but you can create a hand. You can call a trump. You can make diamonds your spades. You can make hearts or clubs your spades. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. You can do something with it. It's a different game, man. You can strategize. I would rather have a say-so in my life than to wake up every day and just see how it's going. I think it's more difficult to not accept the challenge to be something than it is to accept the challenge to be something. I think it's more difficult to sit around and not be nothing. I think it's harder to watch everybody's life going somewhere but mine. I think it would be very difficult for me to sit here and hear them talking about other people and never mention my name. It would be difficult for me to see everybody rise and getting promotions except me. That would be difficult for me. It may not be for you, but for me it would be quite challenging. I would rather accept the challenge of making something out of my life than to sit there and criticize those and then watch and see how my life just may go. Okay? Just a thought today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We're on social media. We would be trending, but we so good, we is all there is to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, good morning, Steve. Happy Thursday.
Whoa, Carla Farrell.
All right, whoa, why? Good morning, Steve. What's up, crew?
Whoa, Junior.
Morning, Unc. Morning, everybody. Go ahead, Unc.
Whoa, Nephew Tommy.
I'm here. Stay in there. Stay in there.
I can turn a gray sky blue.
Yes.
Make it rain whenever I want it to. Whoa, I can build a castle from a single grain of sand. I can make a ship sail on dry land. But my life is incomplete and I'm so blue. 'Cause I can't get next to you, girl. Can't get next to you. Oh, I can fly like a bird in the sky. Whoa, and I can buy anything that money can buy. I can build a river into a great big fire. I can live forever if I so desire. That was my damn jam right there. I don't even know where I got that from.
I don't know.
Cloud 9.
That's where you got the eyes up.
Yeah, it just started. Whoa, That's what it started. I just needed that for myself this morning. Because you know why? I'm sick. I am sick of talking about what these police is doing. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the NBA players. I'm proud of the protesters. I want to thank the non-African Americans who have joined in with the fight. I want to thank Major League Baseball for getting it. I thank the NBA for getting it. I thank Kenny Smith on TNT for getting it. And me and Tommy still stand by what we said about Herschel Walker yesterday. And if you didn't like the damn joke we wrote the joke anyway, because a lot of it was comedy. But for those of you that wasn't feeling what we said about Herschel Walker, stay tuned, because we're going to talk about his ass getting date.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Yeah. Gonna run it again.
Whoa. Hey, man, the thing about humor is it ain't for everybody. And we do it on this show, and we get it. But, man, today is another day. We're all grateful to be here. We will continue the fight. We will continue to get you to register, to vote. We have got to change things in this country. And after watching some more of RNC last night, I'm more committed than ever.
Okay.
Steve Harvey Morning Show. Come on, Sheryl.
All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, ask the CLO, the CLO, the Chief Love Officer in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO. All you have to do is go to steveharveyfm.com to submit your question for the Chief Love Officer, the CLO. Steve Harvey is in the building. Ready, CLO?
Ready.
Here we go. All right, this one's from Lionel in Richmond, Virginia. Lionel says, I'm the oldest of 3 children and I have 2 younger sisters. They both are married, but not happily. I hear the complaints often, but I never got involved until recently. Over the past year, one of my brothers-in-law has been cheating and he is being sloppy about it. I saw him out with a woman a week ago, so I made a point to introduce myself to her as his brother-in-law. He tried to dap me up, but instead I pulled him to the side and let him know how foul he is. He told me to get the F out of his face and mind my business. He may not be so lucky if I see him out again. I don't play about my sisters. Should I have knocked him out? Wow.
Well, no, but the next time, yeah. Since he done told you get the F out of his face, I'm gonna get right up in his face next time.
And mind your own.
No. But see, the problem is she is my business. See, my sister, my wife, my daughters, they're my business. I don't stay out of none of their business. I don't give a damn. Feel how you want to feel about me. I'm pressing forward. If you want my opinion about it, it's nothing to ask. I'm gonna give it to you. If you don't want it, I'm gonna give it to you. So when it go bad, you can't say my father didn't tell me. Nah, I'm in your ass. Nah, and if I see you playing one of my kids, I'm gonna knock your monkey ass out. M.A.
Okay.
All right. Monkey ass.
M.A.
What's M.A.?
Monkey ass.
Monkey ass.
Yeah.
It's all of them go together.
Right.
UA, ugly ass, all of anything you want to be.
What's
I'm all of them.
essay?
Sugar honey iced tea ass.
Oh, wow.
BA. BA.
Stupid.
BA.
Yeah.
Black ass. All of it go any initial you want in there. I'm knocking your blank ass out. AZZ. Anybody. Another initial.
TA.
TA. Tiny ass. I'm gonna knock your tiny ass out. Another initial.
YA.
YA. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Yeah.
Any initial.
GA.
LA.
I'm gonna knock your gamey ass out, cause you probably stink. Knock your gamey ass out. Next letter.
LA.
BBA. BB.
What?
BB.
BB. BB. Oh, you want double initial? I'm gonna knock your big black ass out. Let's go to the next question.
All right, yeah, we're going to the next one. Courtney in St. Louis says, I'm 26 years old and I'm messing with my landlord. I live in a duplex that's in a nice area. I'm very close to my job. I often struggle to pay my rent, so my landlord made me an offer I couldn't refuse. But now I have an even bigger problem. I could be in the shower or asleep, and if my landlord pops up, it's time for sex. He's even been waiting for me a few times when I came in late at night. He's a handsome 36-year-old man, and the sex was passionate and exciting at first, but now I'm over it. My lease isn't up until January. What should I do?
You got to go to January, partner.
No. Why don't you cut it off?
Be quiet, Tommy.
See, why don't you cut it off?
Well, because she can't pay her rent.
He ain't gonna throw you out. Have y'all
how
thought
do
of
you-
that?
If you cut it off.
Whoa. Why would he throw her out?
I see where you're coming from.
Who do that? You got to understand men. Why would he throw her out?
So
And
she's
now
got
listen to
leverage,
me.
and she doesn't even know she has leverage.
Oh,
Yeah.
cause see, guess what? He the apartment manager or whatever he is, or whatever he is. He got somebody
He's the
know him on
landlord.
Facebook. Hey, landlords got Facebook. Landlords have relatives. Landlords have memberships. Landlords got other women.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to know that he running a rent-free duplex. Hello.
Okay.
You
all
ain't the
right,
only one
okay.
got something
You got
somebody
leverage,
need.
sister.
Ha!
Come on, Courtney.
Come on.
Okay.
You better
Work
get
your
bread,
magic.
girl.
I like it,
Work
Steve.
your magic.
Ain't to January, and then homestead laws. By the time he get the eviction notice going and everything, it'll be January. Lease up.
Boom. Okay.
Bam! It's September now.
Jorge and
Please.
Right.
so that's what you should do. I hope you took that, Courtney. I hope you got that, girl. Jorge in LA says, I work as a delivery driver. Since the pandemic, I've taken on weekend shifts for the extra money so my wife and I can buy a house. On the weekends when I'm at work, my wife will go hang out at the beach with a male coworker of hers. I'm not crazy about it, but I trust her. Last week, I gave my female coworker a ride home, and I told my wife about it. My wife went off on me and accused me of doing all kinds of things with my coworker. I don't get upset with her about her coworker, so why is she upset with me? Do you think it's because she's guilty of doing something?
Or hey, what's wrong with you? No, come on. That's man to man. What's wrong with you? How you okay with you going to work and she going to the beach with a coworker? What? I'm out here busting my tail trying to buy us a house, and you down at the beach with a coworker. Doing what?
Right.
Doing what?
Yeah.
During the damn COVID. Where y'all social distancing at? Now,
He ain't asked none of these
you
questions.
giving a female coworker a ride home, and then you told what you tell her for? See, you stupid on both fronts.
'Cause it's
My wife ain't going no damn where with no dude. I'm at work. I don't give a damn who you is. Now, you can go down there and let me find out. Bring that whole truck down there, be on that beach with y'all.
I'm drowning everybody.
Run your ass in that water.
Run that prank back with the nephew coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here to have today's national news with the latest on this monster windy storm, Hurricane Laura. Wow. Plus in entertainment news, guys, we'll tell you about Cardi B's #1 turn on. Really? And we'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
We're saving souls again this morning, Shirley. We are saving souls.
Are we really, nephew?
Yes.
Are we
It's
really?
the baptismal, the mobile baptismal. Baptismal. I come by, I save you, and then you going on to work. Let's go, Cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Mr. Wilson.
This is Wilson. How you doing? Who's this?
How you doing? My name is Brother Springwater, man. Listen, we got paid to actually come by and do some services for you by some friends of yours, and we wanted to actually call and see about scheduling and see what you had available.
Some services. Well, y'all plan on cutting some grass? What y'all do? What kind of services y'all have?
Actually, sir, you've got some friends that have actually spent a great amount of money on you. And what we do is we have a baptismal on wheels service. And what we do is we go and we baptize people at their home. And Baptismal on Wheels it's a new company, but we've baptized over 1,000 people now. We have a truck which actually has a baptismal pool on the back of it. And we actually come to your home and we will baptize you in your driveway and make you whole again. So
excuse me, Brother Water? Brother Spring, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Springwater,
brother.
Springwater.
Springwater, you want to come to my house and give me a baptism in my front yard?
We want to baptize you right there in your driveway. Your friends are paid for the services. And
my friend, what friend will pay for me to get baptized? I've been baptized already, Doc.
Well, from my understanding, sir, that evidently you had some bumps and bruises, and they seem to believe that you need to be washed and cleansed again.
I mean, that's all good. That's all good. But I mean, be that it may, man. I mean, I've been baptized. I go to church. You know, me and the Lord don't have no problems. I mean, we all have setbacks. But for you to pull up with your pool in front of my house to say you finna baptize me, that doesn't make any sense to me, Doc. I mean,
see, sir, sometimes when some people are not able to go to the house of the Lord and get baptized, you know, we're making it a lot more convenient for you when we can actually come.
I don't need no convenience. I don't need no convenience. What I need convenience for? You asking me to come to my house on a Tuesday to baptize me in my driveway. Does that make any sense to you, Brother Water? I mean, come on. If you really sit back and think about it, does that make any sense to you? To come for the convenience?
First of all, sir, that's Brother Springwater. But what I'm trying to say is that
any type of water is holy water, spring water. It doesn't make no difference to me. You can't come to my neighborhood and baptize me in front of my house.
Sir, what is all the angle? See, this is what your friends are talking about. I
don't give a damn what my friends are telling you, man. Anybody, which one of my friends gonna recommend you to come to my damn house?
Sir, I'm not.
Do that, man. That don't even make any sense to me. You understand?
Sir, I'm not at any liberty to tell you who actually.
Hold up, but you're in the liberty to come to my damn house and baptize me, but you can't tell me who the hell go see you. But you're not in the what type, man? Come on, you don't even. Come on, does that make sense to you, Doc? Come on. That doesn't make any. No way in the world I'm going to allow you to come and bring your pool in front of my house and baptize me. Then I'm asking you as you supposed to be a pastor. You supposed to be baptized. I'm asking you, okay, which friend of mine is sending you to letting you know I need to be baptized? You'll take you out at liberty?
Sir, all I want to know, basically, I've already been paid. I'm calling asking you about your schedule.
You're not baptizing me. I've been baptized.
I'm going to baptize you on Tuesday in your driveway.
Man, I tell you what, if you come to my house in front of my driveway, you better bring the whole congregation. You understand? You better bring the deacons, the brothers, the sisters, and everybody else if you think I'm going to be baptized in my driveway.
This is the problem. This is what your friends are talking about. This is why you need to be baptized and cleansed again and washed in the blood of the Lamb. This is what's wrong. You need to be cleansed. That's what's wrong with you, Mr. Wilton.
What's wrong with me? No, what's wrong with you is calling me in the middle of my workday telling me I need to be baptized in front of my house. If I need to be baptized and go get some holy water, I go down to the church. I don't need you coming in front of my house making a whole circus with all your friends and some white sheets talking about you want to baptize me.
From my understanding, Mr. Wilton, you've missed 2 Sundays already this month.
2 Sundays? Dude, man, I can go anywhere and get to work. I don't need you coming here because you telling me I missed 2 damn Sundays. I'm going to miss this Sunday too because the football game coming on.
Sir, all I know is I've been paid to do a job. I will be there Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock, and we will baptize you before you go to work on Tuesday morning.
I tell you what. You come to my house 7 o'clock in the morning, I swear on your Lord, I'm going to bust your You understand me? You will not come to my house telling me you finna baptize me. I don't give a damn who paid you. You understand? I will drown your in the water. Matter of fact, now, bring you, your deacons, and everybody else, we gonna have a pool party in that. You understand?
I'm gonna get all of this anger and all of these problems you have within you. We are going to purge your body and get it out your system.
I don't want your cleansing me. I tell you what. Brother Spring Water, is it that's the call?
It's Brother Spring Water. You gonna get baptized on Tuesday morning.
I don't give a damn who pays you, who called you. Bring your I'm gonna you up. I guarantee you. I'm gonna dry you on sight.
I got one more thing I want to say to you. Is you listen to me?
Matter of fact, I'm busy. You ain't got to say to me. I gotta go. You understand? You ain't got
one more thing I want to say to you. Is you listening to me?
What, man?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy Mason. Hello?
Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. Y'all was about to bring some hell to heaven. I was about to act a fool on y'all if y'all would have showed up at my crib. You understand me? Boy, Tommy, y'all ain't got else better to do than to sit around here and just with people doing their day. Man, I ain't never thought y'all could get me with this. And who the hell goes around baptizing people on? That's like Meals on Wheels. How y'all baptize people with a pool on the back of your F-150?
Hey, Wilson, I got to ask you something. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Man, you know it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Saving souls is what I do. I save souls.
I had the same reaction to this prank I had yesterday.
And what was that? Remind us, please.
Nothing.
Baby, that's all. I'm saving souls. Help me out now.
I'm trying to go to heaven.
I just save souls. That's what I do,
You just play too much. That's
pull up in that Ford F-150. I got that little, baptismal pool on the back. Bring you on outside to the driveway. You dip you down. You saved now. Do it.
All right. Thank you,
I got
Pastor.
a robe on and everything. I got all that.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, Cardi B recently revealed the #1 thing about her husband Offset that turns her on. Cardi tweeted, "Okay, this might be weird, but one of the things that turns me on about my man is that he is really good in math. LMAO. Like, that is so sexy to me." Sounds like Cardi is a sapiosexual, and those are people who are turned on by a potential partner's intelligence. Okay.
Oh, I've become one of them since COVID. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you're a sapiosexual too.
I just found out it was anything that turned me on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
A woman walking by with a coat on. or do it for you, huh, Junior?
Yes, sir.
You just as
Sapio.
sapio as you want it to be.
Woo! Sapio.
I think
You like nerds, Shirley. You like, smart guys.
I do.
I like smart guys. But I like a little,
So he know physics. I mean, how cold of a math is we talking about?
Well, that's what she said. He's really good in math. That's what she said.
Money.
Math.
Yeah, money.
You got to start studying
Yeah,
today.
see, a lot of people good at math to me.
What do you mean?
Why you say that? Because
Yeah, because I wasn't.
because you
Anybody, if you got a C.
But you can
Boy, how
count
you
money
do
though,
that?
Steve.
I
and make
count-
it.
Hey, let me tell you something. Counted better than anybody on earth.
See?
And you know how to make it. All right,
Shout me and see what happens.
Woo! We kind of talked about this story yesterday, guys, and other entertainment news. NBC News is apologizing for the mix-up, and this was a big one. They mixed up Kevin Hart and Usain Bolt. How?
We all look alike.
Yeah. Usain recently tested positive for COVID-19, but they used Kevin's picture on the post about the story. So here's part of NBC's correction statement. They say the social image on this post mistakenly featured a photo of comedian Kevin Hart, and the system reverted to an image of Hart from an unrelated video, and it has been corrected. Well, Kevin Hart took it in stride as always. He posted, I must have gotten really fast and tall overnight. I want to take advantage of this moment and race anyone in the world.
So stupid.
Anybody
We
in
love
the
you,
world.
Kevin. We
Go
love
ahead,
you,
Kev.
Kevin Hart.
Because we're looking at somebody that's 6'6", and somebody that's probably 5'6". It's just a foot off, y'all. Come on.
Just a foot. Yeah, just a foot.
And if Kevin ain't tripping, what I care.
And I don't think Usain had anything to he wasn't mad about it either. Yeah. I mean, he's more concerned that he has COVID-19 right now and taking care of himself.
I would be upset
Prayer
if you, but I would
Definitely.
be upset if you mistaken me for somebody shorter.
Like you and your nephew?
Huh?
Like if they were talking about you and they put a picture of Tommy up there, you would be upset about
Damn,
that?
Cheryl, I wasn't going there with it, but yeah.
I'm just asking. You said someone shorter.
Very upset.
But you would be
Damn,
sexy
their
though.
mind blown.
You would be sexy though.
Tommy, I'm gonna tell you this one more time, man. And please don't make me say it too many more times. Your ass ain't sexy.
Well,
You ain't
what is
never
something?
been sexy.
What
dog.
is
Ain't- What is ain't sexy. That's what I'm ism. I'm ism ain't sexy.
All right, listen. It's time for today's headline. Steve, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Starting out with the soggy part, Hurricane Laura made landfall early this morning along the Texas-Louisiana coast as a Category 4 storm, packing winds as high as 155-mile-an-hour winds. Those are called unsurvivable winds, and they cause storm surges. Right now, the high is maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 feet, according to Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
This has been categorized repeatedly as an unsurvivable storm surge where it will be hitting. And that storm surge could continue inland for about 30 miles.
Which is what it's doing. It's going northward right now. It's down to a Category 3, but that's about 120 miles per hour winds. About 500,000 Gulf residents asked to evacuate the area in advance, but some stayed. Some 300,000 residents are out of power this morning in the area. Laura is already responsible for at least 24 deaths in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Demonstrators out again last night in Kenosha, Wisconsin, calling for justice in the police shooting of a 29-year-old father of 3 named Jacob Blake. Blake, unarmed and shot 7 times in the back, remains in critical condition, and his family says he's paralyzed from the waist down. There's now a report this morning that said that Blake had a weapon in the car, supposedly a knife. However, there's no camera or footage that shows him getting it, grabbing it, or intending to do so. Meanwhile, the white teenager is the only one who's really charged with killing somebody. A white teenager charged with fatally shooting 2 protesters. He's identified as 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, described as a Blue Lives Matter activist. Rittenhouse charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Last night was day 3 of the Republican National Convention. Among last night's speechmakers were the now-departing presidential advisor Kellyanne Conway. She's the inventor of that term alternate facts, remember that? And her husband and daughter are both proud anti-Trumpers. And Vice President Mike Pence, who is really featured, he used the right phrases and code words to satisfy the GOP base.
Last week, Joe Biden didn't say one word about the violence and chaos engulfing cities across this country. So let me be clear. The violence must stop, whether in Minneapolis, Portland, or Kenosha. Too many heroes have died defending our freedom to see Americans strike each other down. We will have law and order on the streets of this country for every American.
And he said that's why we need 4 more years of Trump. By the way, Democratic candidate Joe Biden spoke to the Jacob Blake family and did condemn the violence by police and some of the protesters. A number of athletes, some sportscasters demonstrating their anger and disgust over another cop shooting of a black man. Didn't go to work. The Milwaukee Bucks refused to play last night. There was a lot of stuff. LeBron James trying to get some more poll workers as well. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, yesterday, the Milwaukee Bucks boycotted their NBA playoff game against the Orlando Magic. And shortly after that, the NBA announced they were going to postpone all of their playoff games in protest of the shooting of Jacob Blake. Take a listen to Clippers head coach Doc Rivers. Oh, he had some powerful comments. Take a listen.
What stands out to me is just watching the Republican convention, and they're spewing this fear, right? Like, all you hear is Donald Trump and all of them talking about fear. We're the ones getting killed. We're the ones getting shot. We're the ones that we're denied to live in certain communities. We've been hung, we've been shot, and all you do is keep hearing about fear. It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country, and this country does not love us back.
Wow.
You know, man, that's a profound statement. I've known Doc for a while. We're not close or anything, but I've known him for a while, and he's always spoke up. He's truly a player's coach. But see, for Kenny Smith to walk off TNT, I get it, man. He's a former NBA player. He played, even Shaq and all of them. But he gets it, and he just wanted to do something to help with the protests. People don't understand how black people feel.
Yeah.
Now, there are millions of non-African Americans who are participating in this Black Lives Matter movement, and it's a great thing to see. For those of you who don't, that are sitting at the Republican National Convention and ignoring the Black Lives Matter movement like it's some Marxist theory and people who are coming up to destroy the fiber of America, I want to remind you of something. Black people built this country. This country called America is what it is because of 400 years of free labor that allowed you to profit in ways that no other nation could. That's how you became the richest nation in the world and the most powerful, because you enslaved a group of people for 400 years and had them at your beckoning whim and your call to do whatever you needed to do while you stacked up money. This country is still benefiting from slavery because all these tobacco companies was built on the backs of black people. Then you turned it into sharecropping after slavery was over. Yeah. We built this country, but we ain't ever really been a part of it. I got something else to say when we come back.
Okay. All right,
I'm going to fix his ass, too.
Yeah.
Got something for him.
All right, hang on. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 34 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, when we went to break, you had something heavy on your mind about slavery and how black people feel in this moment.
You've got to understand the fatigue.
Yes.
You've also have to understand the protest. Because we have no other way to get your attention. You're not paying no attention to us. even in lieu of the Arbery case, in lieu of the George Floyd case, in lieu of Eric Garner, in lieu of all the men, Breonna Taylor, y'all still shooting us.
Yeah.
And all the Republican National Convention can talking about is Blue Lives Matter. We not shooting the police. There's no outbreak of black people killing police. Nope. There is an outbreak that has been and broke out of black people being killed repeatedly. If you don't understand why we upset about that, something wrong with you. Now, you can sit at this Republican National Convention and you can ignore the coronavirus. Ain't nobody talked about it but Melania. You can sit up and talk and praise him for the way he's handled it. And how can you think he's handled that wonderfully?
How many people we lost?
And you can ignore the Black Lives Matter movement and keep acting like we're some militant group who are out here. Let me explain to you what happens when the protest turns violent. It's because not the Republican Party, but governmental institutions. There are certain institutions who know how to plant people in there to help start it. So you can derail the movement for the intent, the instigators that you put in there. And it derails the movement, so you can change the narrative from what we are talking about, the injustice that black people are under the thumbs of your police departments across the country. And so you put this other thing in so we can derail it. But you're not going to derail it this time. Just like you derail what Colin Kaepernick was doing, you're not going to derail it this time. This time some white folks saw what you've done. And they upset about it too in Portland, in Seattle, in Phoenix, in Detroit, in Cleveland, in D.C., in New York.
In Kenosha, Wisconsin.
A lot of people are sick of it. And so you can have your Republican National Convention and never say one calming word to the Black Lives Matter movement, to even say to them, hey, you know what? We need to work on some things so you all feel better about here in America. Because you keep wanting us to honor the flag, which we do. But we tired of singing a song that ain't about us. Oh, say, can you see? Can you see? Yes. What y'all keep doing to me? But you acting like it's rain when we standing under P. And we tired of it. We sick and tired of it, man. And if you can't see how we sick and tired of it, imagine if it were you. But why you can't imagine? You know why you can't imagine it's you? Because you can't imagine it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's unthinkable that someone would shoot your child. That your son might not come home because he had on a hoodie. That he went to the store to get some Skittles and an iced tea. Your son don't come back.
Right.
So I know it's hard for some people to imagine it because you can't imagine it happening. You can't imagine a police having a knee on your neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. You're an American. You can't do this to me. I just said I can't breathe. But Eric Gardner said the same damn thing. I can't breathe. He said it over and over. Now, you done shot all of us this year, Breonna Taylor, Arbery, George Floyd, and now the man Blake. You keep killing
Brooks,
us.
Don't forget, right after George Floyd.
I'm just talking about all of you kill all of us, and you have a Republican convention, you don't mention it. Because your president is so worried about Blue Lives Matter. We not killing the police is killing us.
Coming up.
I've been pissed off.
More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after today's Strawberry Letter, my subject for today, my wife keeps leaving me and coming back. But right now, we'll talk about that. But right now, we're talking about this. The nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Can you do my makeup?
Oh, you need a makeup
Can you
artist.
do my makeup? Sound pretty simple, don't it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Watch this here. Let's go, Kat.
Hello?
Hello, may I speak to Brandy, please?
Yes, this is Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. My name is Carl. I'm calling. I got a. You came highly recommended. You actually are. I'm sorry. Is it? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it makeup artist, makeup stylist? What do you call it?
It's makeup artist. I'm a professional makeup artist.
Okay. And you work at the. You work with the makeup counter in.
Correct.
Okay. Listen, I got a photo shoot coming up, and I wanted to see about. Sometime this week, maybe the following week, you could actually come and I hire you to actually make me up for my photo shoot. Do you do a lot of photo shoots at all, or you?
Yes, sir, I sure do. I've been in the business for 10 years, so I've been around several photo shoots.
Okay, good deal. So you have any time this week that I can actually just come in and we can do like a trial run or something?
Yeah, I'll actually be here Friday for about 6 hours. Will Friday work for you? I'm here. I start at 11.
At 11. I mean, I could come in maybe around 3 on Friday if can you squeeze me in at that time?
I sure can.
Okay. What's so good? Is there a certain makeup for men?
Well, it kind of works out. It works out the same as for women in photo shoots. You just need some type of cream foundation, something to even out the skin tone, powder you down to take away the oils, cover up any blemishes or anything like that. It's pretty much the same. Of course, you don't get the whole eyeshadow and lashes and stuff. But
right. Well, I'm not trying to get all that. But I'm just trying to look good on camera. Let me ask you this: how much makeup have you done as far as men? You know what I mean?
Yes, several.
Okay.
So I'm very comfortable with it. You'll be fine, trust me.
That's what I was really worried about, is if you were going to be comfortable with it. Because have you done? I'm a little conscientious about a few things. You know what I mean? And have you? How many butts have you done?
I'm sorry. How many what?
Like butts, you know, how many butts have you made up?
I haven't made up any butts. You mean asses?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm actually doing a nude photo shoot, and I got a couple scratches and some old scars on my butt, and I like you said, I'm a little shy about some of that, so I was hoping you could actually make sure that those scars don't show, and you said you kind of make sure everything doesn't look oily. You know what I mean? And I just need to get my.
No, well, but I didn't I didn't understand what you were talking about. I may not be the makeup artist. I'm not seriously. I'm not going to do your.
Okay, but we're just talking about makeup, though. I mean, you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm not about to put my makeup brushes that I use on people's faces on your ass. Tell your photographer to Photoshop that.
Okay. That's why I'm coming in to see you on Friday. I want you to do everything and make me up there in the store so I can see what it looks like. I want to see.
You were going to come into my job and make me do your what planet are you? Where did you think that was going to work? You cannot come into my job. How are you going to come to my job naked? Seriously?
I was going to wear a robe. I'm not going to just walk in there naked.
No, you are not. Don't you even think about coming into my job. Who referred you? Who told you need to delete this number? Do not. I'm not about to get this job.
Well, I just need to get my done. Okay, I don't want to go back and forth with you.
Look,
why is it a problem with you doing my? What is the problem with you doing my butt and putting some makeup on it? Now, if I need to buy you some brushes, I'll buy you some brushes, and you can take some brushes.
I don't want you to buy me anything. I don't want you coming into my job. I don't want you calling me ever again to do any kind of work.
I'm coming in there, and now listen. I
am a professional makeup artist. Clearly, you don't know what that means. So you need to go get you an
professional, then you will take out the part that's bothering you and do the job, lady. You know what I mean? If my has scars on it, I want to clear it up, and I want to make
on you before I get real ignorant. I'm not about to finish this conversation. Do not come into my job. Do not call me to do your. That's not going to happen.
So I guess it's safe to go around and let people know that Brandy is not professional because you can't do parts of the body.
My reputation is good in the streets, boo. You can't go around and tell anybody that I'm not professional. Nobody's ever called me to do their. Get some skincare for your. How about that? And then you won't need any makeup.
I know you didn't. You're not going to sit here and now start talking about my if I told you some of my deepest secrets to let you know I want to come in there and get some makeup.
Well, that's your bad for telling a stranger your deepest secrets.
Okay, you know what? I'm coming up to your store anyway on Friday, all right? And I'll talk to your boss and let them know.
Don't let it fool you, okay? You You heard me. Don't come in my job. Look, if I lose my job over your foolishness, I guarantee you will be paying all my bills.
Okay, bottom line is I'm coming in there with my robe on Friday. Somebody gonna do my butt. You, your manager.
Sir, you're not coming. You know what? How about you come up here right now? How about I go ahead and take care of this situation right now? I'm here now. Can you come right now?
I can come up there right now with my robe on. I'm in my robe now.
Well, bring your butt up here right now. We'll see if your butt gets done. I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, the bottom line, who is your manager anyway? Where's she at? Is she there?
I am the manager. Now what?
Okay, see, that's what the damn problem is. You got your little self a little position at your job. Now you trying to throw your weight around. If a person wants to get their butt done, okay, look, didn't you see Avatar? Them people have makeup all on their butt, all on their back and everything.
Okay, how about you call them? You call them and ask them to do your butt. Don't call me. I'm hanging up. Do not call me anymore.
They are makeup artists. What are you?
Look, this conversation is over.
Yeah, it's over because you know what? Let me tell you something. Do you know who you talking to? Do you know who you talking to?
Do you know who you talking to?
I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brandy. But do Brandy know who Brandy talking to?
Clearly somebody who is ignorant.
Okay, well, let me tell you who I am. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend, Carmen.
You are lying. I'm getting off the phone. Why y'all do that? That is not cool. I hope nobody's listening. You just made me act real stupid.
I got you, girl. I got you,
You
good.
got me good. With the butt, yeah, for real. Get you some skincare. Get some skincare to take care of them problems.
Hey, I got one more thing I got to ask you. What is the baddest, and I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
Oh, the damn Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Just need
My
a little,
girl was
need a
sick
little
of
butt
you.
work, that's all. A little butt work. You know?
That was pretty funny, Tommy.
Yeah,
that really was.
A little butt work,
Pretty
man. That's
there.
all.
Ignorant.
Makeup
Yeah.
for my butt, Tommy. Come on.
Hey, man, I ain't the only one. Oh, everybody got nice skin on their butt. Everybody on this show, your butt
Smooth.
is
It's
perfect.
smooth, Tommy.
Y'all ain't got no imperfections.
This crazy.
No stretch
and you,
marks.
And you mad because he said stroke. Wow.
That was funny, Tommy.
Yes. You know, little butt work, you know, little makeup right there. That's all. Make that thing happen. Come in there with my robe on, D-robe. Let's get it.
She said, "You mean what? Put it on your what? Huh?
Your ass?
Yeah, she did say that.
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, my
Let me speak to the manager. I am the manager. Now
Yeah.
what?
Now what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Soon as black people get a position, here we go.
Hey, can I say
ignorant.
something that ain't got nothing to do with the prank right now?
What's that?
Yes, of course. It's your show. Yeah.
At the Republican National Convention last night,
Uh-huh.
where did they find these black people at that ain't nobody never heard of or talked to in years? Herschel ain't been on nothing in years. He ain't doing commercials.
Herschel
or
Walker?
nothing. Yeah. And I don't know where they find the other football player for ain't nobody never heard of. Where they find these people
What
at
was
that
he
ain't
talking about?
nobody ever
I
Trump?
don't know.
His name was
Like he the greatest thing since. Yeah,
remember that
yeah,
from last
yeah, with a
night.
red tie. I'm not against black people that are Republicans. I'm not at all. You can be whatever you want to be. But where they find them for Trump, all of a sudden,
they're
that's
coming out of the woodwork,
astonishing
Steve.
to me.
They're
But it
coming
ain't
out.
many of them. They only
Where
found
is
before.
the woodwork set, though? Where
All
is
right.
that?
We got to get out of here. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, my wife keeps leaving me and coming back. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click on where it says Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Might be yours.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, the nephew. Subject, my wife keeps leaving me and coming back. She keeps leaving me and coming back. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 35-year-old man with 2 kids and a stepdaughter by my wife. I love my family, but I have come to a breaking point with my wife. For the second time in 4 years, she has left the home and cut off all contact with me and the kids. The first time she left, she ran off with a man that she met online. She bought a bus ticket and rode out west and didn't contact us for a month. Eventually, the guy dumped her, and she reached out to me. I ended up sending her $400 for her to get back home. Earlier this summer, I was grilling and the kids were in the pool. My wife said she had to run to Walmart to get a few things. We have not seen her since then. The kids and I rode all around town looking for her that night and the next day. I kind of figured she'd left us again, but I didn't want to upset the kids. I filed a missing persons report with the police, and the police told me since she'd left before, they wouldn't open an investigation right away. I posted pictures on Facebook, and instantly I got all kinds of messages saying that she'd been seen around our city and a few cities close by. I wasn't surprised, and I waited for her to call home. After 45 days, she called saying she needs to come back home, and she is ashamed of what she keeps doing to the family. I told the kids she called and is ready to come home. They said I shouldn't let her come back, and we'd be just fine without her. We've been married 14 years, and I've kept the marriage together for the kids. But now they're saying to throw her and the whole marriage away. Do you think I should take their advice or give my wife one more chance? Please advise. Well, I mean, you know, the decision, of course, is ultimately up to you what you do. Should you take the kids' advice or give your wife one more chance? Is that what you want to do? Well, it's certainly not what the kids want you to do because they're sick of her. They really are. And they let you know so you can let yourself off the hook. They want you to stop feeling guilty about all this. Your wife leaving and coming back and running off with some man she met online and, you know, just not hearing from her, no contact for 40 days and a month, 45 days. What is all of this? And then you have two kids, and one of them is her stepdaughter. She's sick of her mom, too. They want a divorce from her, and really, so should you at this point. Your wife doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about the kids. And your kids, I don't know how old they are. You said they were in the pool while you were grilling, but I mean, they're cool just with being with you, Dad. I just say, I'm saying sorry here, but your wife is trifling and she's a horrible mom. I mean, is she on drugs or something? What is going on with her? Who just walks out on her family and comes back like nothing ever happened? I'm sure this is devastating for your children. I'm sure it is. Who does this? Why should they have to continue to go through this time and time again? They can't be secure. They can't, you know, they're unsure of themselves. And why should you have to continually go through this? Who can live like this? I just, you know, you never know from one day to the next if you'll have a mom or if you have a wife or not. I say pack her bags, put yourself and your kids out of this revolving door of a marriage, and tell your wife that you and the guys will be just fine without her. She's selfish, and that's what the kids want you to do anyway. But unless you really want to do it, and I don't see why you wouldn't, I don't know. Don't let her back, okay? She's a source of misery for you guys. Steve?
Well, let me start by saying this to you. It ain't a good look when your kids are smarter than you.
Right.
You know, it just ain't a good look. Let me just start there, okay? All right, here we go. You're a 35-year-old man, got two kids and a stepdaughter. I love my family, but you're at a breaking point. For the second time in 4 years, she done left home, cut off all contact with me and the kids. The first time she left, she ran off with a man she met online. She bought a bus ticket and rode out west. What?
That's trifling.
This is a badass decision. Yeah. Who buys a bus ticket to ride out west? You know, like she in a western or something. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Go west, young man. Fortune out there. And she left you for a dude that sent her a bus ticket. From a man that has a house with a swimming pool in it in the backyard grilling, she left you for a man that sent her a bus ticket. Your wife is not a bright person. The kids are. The wife is not. So let's try to make some sense of it. And she bought a bus ticket, rode out. She didn't contact us for a month. Damn, man, that's hard.
It's awful.
Eventually, the guy dumped her. She reached out to me. I ended up spending $400 for her to get back home. Now, you obviously bought a plane ticket.
Hold on. Hold on, Steve. Hold that thought. Just hold it. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's subject, my wife keeps leaving me and coming back. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, my wife keeps leaving me and coming back.
Yeah, she been doing it. Second time in 4 years. She done left. The first time she left with a man she met online. She bought a bus ticket and rode out west. I knew this relationship was doomed. You meet a dude online, he's buy you a bus ticket. All right? Eventually, guy dumped her. You ended up sending $400 for her way to get back home. Your stupid ass bought an airline ticket. Clearly, you care more about her than the dude online. Now, hit a good one right here. Earlier this summer, I was grilling. Kids was outside in the pool. My wife said she had to run to Walmart to get a few things. We ain't seen her ass since.
Horrible.
What did she... What happened at the Walmart?
This is bad.
The kids and I rode around town looking for her that night.
And the next day.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Then the dude said, because he got tuition, I kind of figured she left us again. I ain't want to upset the kids, so I filed a missing person report. Police told me since she done left before, they wouldn't open an investigation right away. Then you put some pictures on Facebook, and everybody started calling you, telling you, I saw that heifer down there at Earl Turner's.
Right.
Well, I saw her up at Abigail's. She was at the Speakeasy too. Now, she came in the tavern Friday. They just saw her everywhere, yeah. You know, she an old broad that go do country stuff. You know, this ain't no big city chick.
Oh, okay, because of the bus.
So I wasn't surprised, and I waited for her to call home. After 45 days,
so crazy.
This heifer called back home, says she's ashamed of what she keep doing to the family. Shirley said something right. Is she on drugs? Because this guy crackhead wrote all over.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Matter of fact, let me back it down a little bit. Is she on meth?
Wow.
Let me tell you what, when you see her, look at her teeth real good.
Why?
Because if you on meth, your teeth is shot.
Oh.
You ain't see the Tiger King?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His man? Did you see his mouth?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. His
I don't care what your sexual preference is. You got to want somebody with some better looking teeth than that. You can get whoever you want to get with, but damn, you got to have your mouth right.
You have to. You have to.
Now, I told the kids she called and ready to come home. The kids said don't let her come back. We just fine without her. You know you messed up when your kids don't want their mama no more.
Yeah. Your blood daughter.
We've been married 14 years, and I've kept the marriage together for the kids. Now, this is interesting because now they're saying to throw her and the whole marriage away. Mm-hmm. So if she had a stepdaughter, the stepdaughter got to be at least 15 because y'all only been together for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
unless she had the baby while she was on the bus trip.
She could have.
Yeah,
She
see,
could
I don't
have.
know.
Yeah,
That'll tell me what this crazy
she's
hell
plenty
gonna do.
trifling right here. She is.
Do you think I should take their advice or give my wife one more chance? Let me ask you something, bro. Give your wife one more chance to do what?
Leave you
To
again?
leave a third time?
Yeah.
Please advise. Brother, I don't even know why you struggling with her. This is not a sign of a person that's no longer in love with you or her family.
Right.
She loves something else. Now, I ain't saying she on drugs. It do sound like drugs to me because she go on these binges. I don't know what's wrong with her. But the kids deserve better. You seem like a good man. You probably get you a good woman.
Yeah.
Me personally, this is just Steve Harvey talking. Please don't tweet and Facebook me about my responses because, I don't really care no more. I really don't. I done got 63. I done got real comfortable with what I'm saying on this show. I divorce
In
her.
your own skin. Yeah.
I'm divorcing her.
I don't think he has
That's real.
much choice.
Not for
I
real.
don't think he has much choice.
I'm divorcing her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not living like this. It's clear you don't want me and these kids. I don't want to keep sending the kids through it. And I want somebody to grill with me and the kids and be in the pool.
Right. You can leave your husband and your kids.
You will
No
leave
contact
me
at all?
for somebody that bought a bus ticket.
Yeah.
That's what I'm throwed off at.
Right.
I could see if you came up. You didn't even go lateral. You just took a step down. You rode a bus out west.
We don't even know where that is. I mean,
Way out west.
Just west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Past Texas.
Yeah.
Probably just went west of the Mississippi, ended up in Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
Just wherever. Yeah. This is crazy.
She's a bad woman. She's not a good person. I'm done with her. You can do what you want to do, bro. But even
All right.
the kids know.
Thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, it is our girl, Sheryl Underwood from The Talk. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve, please introduce our girl from The Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Don't play around with it no more. Here she is on the show, Shirley, the Underwood.
With it. You know what? And I answer to that. And even though, I'm going to tell you something. Culturally, in the worst of times, we try to have some levity. That's our culture. Am I right, brothers and sisters?
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because we ain't going to let the devil know he ain't getting nobody down. That's why we send prayers to everybody in Texas and Louisiana because of the hurricane. You know what I'm saying? We want people to get on the bus, get the shelter they need.
Laura.
You know what I'm saying? We praying for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on in Wisconsin? You got a right as an American to peaceful protest. But, okay, this is why people say, well, why y'all mad? Let me tell you why. Okay, I'm about to say a bad word. I'm sorry, Carla, for real. If y'all can catch anything bad I say. But the little white boy shot 2 people, 17, walked past the damn police, and ain't nobody shot at him. Another black man going back to his car where his children are, right, get shot in the back. And now he paralyzed. See, that's why we mad. Because the little boy white, he make it all the way back 15 miles back over the state line. So don't that make it a federal crime, Tommy? Yeah. That make it federal. Junior, you remember me and you was talking about this? Never mind. When we was talking about how the fact that it's a federal crime when you go across state line. So now you're an interstate terrorist, right? Still alive. Okay, and this is why we mad, because there's a difference between how black people get treated by law enforcement than how white people get treated by law enforcement. White people get taken to Burger King after you done shot up a church with some black people in it. I'm sorry, Lord. I didn't mean to say that. Get a sandwich.
Sounded good, though. It's very effective.
Well, I'm trying not to cuss because I could let loose a string of cuss words right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very happy that the NBA especially Milwaukee, the
Yes.
Bucks,
The
the
Bucks,
Brewers, the WNBA, Major League Baseball, everybody decided enough is enough. We gonna protest this. But now what we gotta do, we gotta get ready to vote people out. This Negro,
right.
and I did good. This Negro, Daniel Cameron, Kentucky Attorney General, got time to go speak at this bullshit.
Right.
Okay, I'm doing good.
Right.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Convention.
Breathe.
But he ain't got time to bring to justice the people who murdered Breonna Taylor. But I'm going to shout out one person that y'all need to know. California State Senator Steve Bradford is putting forward a bill in California to decertify unfit police. It's called Senate Bill 731. This bill will ensure victims of police crimes get a fair day in court because we must have a mechanism to hold police accountable.
All right, thank you, Sheryl. Coming up at the top of the hour, Carla's reality update right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Tommy. Let's do this.
Get ready. She is here, Carla Farrell, with what reality update?
Thank you, nephew. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. So, Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You text me while we were watching this. All right, so did y'all see Karen? Did you see Karen rock that all pink suit with that pink hat, giving her inner Beyonce at her Potomac homecoming party? That's it. That's right. She and her husband, Ray, have moved back to the Potomac, and so she gave a party. Now, Giselle and Robin, they were at the party, but they felt like Karen's husband, Ray, was not included and that the party was just for Karen. And I think Ray had enough, honey. He went upstairs. You know, he's older. He's an older gentleman. He took his drink and went upstairs.
It must be 9:30.
Yeah, it's getting late. Yes, yes. Brother Ray was over it. Also, Giselle, she had a conversation with her friend Cal. He's a friend and a hairstylist, about her daughters having issues with her getting back together with their dad, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Giselle's friend Cal, though, he pointed out to Giselle that her daughters have been through a lot. And on the show, Giselle, she talked bad about their dad and the cheating and all of that went on in their marriage. So he's telling Giselle that you have to give these girls time to adjust and deal and try to digest what's going on with their parents getting back together. So it was very emotional for Giselle. She was crying. You know, of course she doesn't want, she wants her family to be together. And if her and her ex-husband are working on things, trying to get it back together for the sake of the family, but the kids are like, wait,
We ain't doing it.
Not right. Because they went through a lot when they were younger with all of that. And then finally, Monique, she told her husband, Chris, that she wanted more date nights and that she wanted more effort from him since she handles everything else. She wants date nights, and not to mention she recently gave birth to their third child.
Cute little baby.
Yeah, that is a cute little boy. Yeah, so after that episode aired, I saw on social media that fans were saying that, one person was saying, Monique is not happy at home. And then Monique tweeted and responded to that saying that married couples have to be able to express how they feel and that viewers need to stop idolizing fake couples on social media. She said this is a real marriage, that her and her husband, they go through things, but they are still married and they're still, a family together trying to work things. That's it, trying to work things out. So let me know what you guys think about Real Housewives of Potomac. What did you think, Shirley? You watched it?
Carla, you started off with the Grand Dame, and we love the Grand Dame because she's so grand. We love her, yeah. And Monique, I was feeling her, but I didn't. Her husband's response was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't like his response. Well, I pay for everything.
Yeah, like I'm a provider, so yeah.
But
so
I push these babies out, though. Hello, I want. That's all I'm asking for is more intimacy with my husband. So that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. I liked, I liked my girl Ashley and what's
Candace.
the other? Candace. I like the fact that they could communicate and talk now with all the other stuff going on.
But it seems like Candace and Giselle are beefing a little bit. They were beefing at the party. So we'll keep an eye out on that. So let me tell you this, guys, more Real Housewives stories. Real Housewives of New York, the star Dorinda Medley, she was fired from the Real Housewives of New York. Because
No!
Yes, Junior. I was waiting on you. Thank you, Junior.
Why, Carla? Why?
Because page 6 says that the executives were sick of her, and then other folks, they said it's rumored that she was a mean drunk on the show.
And,
so
and that's all true. That's all true.
There you have it. And Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Garcelle, actress, she's an actress too, Garcelle Bouvet, she is now one of the new co-hosts of the talk show The Real.
Yes,
so
The Real.
Congratulations to Garcelle. And that is Reality Update. You can hit me up at Lips by Carla on the gram, Twitter, and we'll talk more. All right, Shirley girl.
All right. Thank you, Carla. Love it. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. Wow. This Hurricane Laura keeps coming. All right. It has slammed into the Gulf Coast. 150 miles per hour winds, Carla.
That's right. Last night, this morning, I should say.
Early this morning.
Right. Lake Charles, Louisiana. It is unbelievable that
It's
we are going
devastating.
through this. Yeah. 2020, hurricanes, pandemic, and to have to evacuate during a pandemic, that is a lot. Lots of power outages, wind damage.
Trees down.
Yes.
Roofs off.
Yes. But here's the thing. You have to stay indoors. A lot of times with hurricanes, people think, well, the storm has passed or it's been downgraded to a 2, so it's safe to go outside. Absolutely not. Stay put. Stay where you are until local authorities can assess the damage. It's just now being, daylight, the sun is out. So hopefully organizations like Salvation Army, FEMA, Red Cross, they are ready to assist the residents that need help. Shirley, you have a number
I do.
Red Cross.
For information, if you want to make donations, you can text the word Laura, that's Laura. Text the word Laura to 90999. Text the word Laura to 90999 to make donations. And we're praying for you. We really, really are, Lake Charles. We're praying for you and all of the Gulf Coast.
Love the Gulf Coast. Got my heart up. I love Lake Charles. Lake Chuck, we got you.
We're praying for you, Lake Charles. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, Cardi B recently revealed the number one thing about her husband Offset that turns her on. Cardi tweeted, "Okay, this might be weird, but one of the things that turns me on about my man is that he is really good in math. LMAO. Like, that is so sexy to me." Sounds like Cardi is a sapiosexual, and those are people who are turned on by a potential partner's intelligence. Okay.
Oh, I've become one of them since COVID. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you're a sapiosexual too.
I just found out there's anything that turned me on right now. That's me.
A woman walking by with a coat on will do it for you, huh, Junior?
Yes, sir.
You just as sapio as you want it to be.
Woo! Sapio.
I think you like nerds, Shirley. You like, smart guys.
I do.
I like smart guys. I like the little.
So he know physics. I mean, how cold of a math is we talking about?
Well, that's what she said. He's really good in math. That's what she said.
Money. Math. Yeah, money.
Start studying.
Yeah. See, a lot of people good at math to me.
Why you say that? Because
because I wasn't.
Yeah, because you. Yeah.
Anybody, if you got a C.
But you can count money though, Steve.
Yeah, and make it.
Hey, let me tell you something. Counted better than anybody on earth.
See?
And you know how to make it.
All right, shout me and see what happens.
We kind of talked about this story yesterday, guys, and other entertainment news. NBC News is apologizing for the mix-up, and this was a big one. They mixed up Kevin Hart and Usain Bolt. How?
We all look alike.
Yeah. Usain recently tested positive for COVID-19, but they used Kevin's picture on the post about the story. So here's part of NBC's correction statement. They say the social image on this post mistakenly featured a photo of comedian Kevin Hart, and the system reverted to an image of Hart from an unrelated video, and it has been corrected. Well, Kevin Hart took it in stride as always. He posted, I must have gotten really fast and tall overnight. I want to take advantage of this moment and race anyone in the world.
So stupid.
Anybody
We
in
love
the
you,
world.
Kevin. We love you, Kevin Hart.
Because we're looking at somebody that's 6'6", and somebody that's probably 5'6". It's just a foot off, y'all. Come on.
Just a foot. Yeah, just a foot.
And if Kevin ain't tripping, what I care.
Coming up, it is the last break of the day.
Last break of the day.
And we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, it's dwindling down these days, man. 68 days left until the November 3rd election. 68 now? Wow. Where does the time go? And it seems like it's taking forever for this year to get over. Listen, all
2020, man.
Yeah.
20, man.
Yeah, go to vote411.org, please, and get registered. It takes just a couple of minutes, really quick in and out, and then you can get all the information you need for early voting in your state, all of that. Just make sure you go to vote411.org. All right? That's it. That's all I have to say, Steve. You could take it away from here.
2020.
You know, man, I'm a pretty positive person, you know, and I try to be motivational. I'm an optimistic person, and I try to keep it real. It's sort of funny how people are, you know. Junior is probably the youngest one on the show in terms of being on the show, and probably just the youngest. And he got a text yesterday from a listener, but not a listener who listens often, and was kind of messing with Junior about the fact that he felt like we shouldn't have said anything about Herschel Walker, that we were racist for discussing Herschel Walker. And where's your leader when it comes to this Black Lives Movement? Meaning me, of course. So I knew right away by the tone of his text to Junior that he wasn't an avid listener of this show. Because if you're an avid listener of the show, you know full well where all of us stand in terms of Black Lives Matter. You realize that we dedicate a huge part of our show to the support of the protesters, the causes, the issues. You would know that we are on the front lines of this voting issue and trying to get our millions of listeners registered to vote, to probably get rid of the same person that you're probably defending when you call us a racist. Because we were doing something about Herschel Walker. First of all, it was Tommy and I doing a joke about Herschel Walker. But if you want to be sincere, I don't give a damn that Donald Trump got on a ride with your family on the It's a Small World After All ride. And how dare we think he's a racist because he got on a ride with your family. See, Herschel Walker, you keep forgetting that you had on the jersey, that you played professional football. And that's probably why the only reason Donald Trump even know you. And so the fact that he got on the ride with your family does not quail or calm the fears of the rest of us who watch him divide the country. Riding on a ride with your family does not excuse the fact that he has divided this country. And that's what he's done. I watched the Republican National Convention. I watched their last ditch attempt to actually act like they care, to act like they swiftly acted about the coronavirus thing, when clearly we know that's not what has happened. I've watched them through the entire convention not mention one thing to make the protesters of Black Lives Matter feel better, to even acknowledge the fact that there is a need to protest. When all you can do is to rile up your base is come up with the Blue Lives Matter campaign. Yeah, we think, police lives matter, but we're not killing the police. The police is killing us. And for you as the President of the United States to never acknowledge the fact that there is a problem here, that's directed at black people, you are sorely mistaken. Because we get it. And I got a lot of news for you, Mr. President. A lot of white people get it. And I know it's angering you because you keep wanting your base to feel the same way you do. And they do. Now, as optimistic and as positive I am, that's the sad part of this whole equation. Because I know that on voting night, 40-some million people will cast a vote for Donald Trump, which means 40-some million people agree with him. How he is, what he does, how he says, and what he represents. And they will vote for him. 40-some million. That ain't but 354 million Americans here. So over 10% gonna vote for him. But that's just the ones who vote. The rest of them who don't vote for whatever reason, who are still feeling the way he is. Now, everybody that votes for Donald Trump isn't a racist. That's not the statement that I'm making. But if you're the Republican Party, which is supposed to be the party of morality, how can you have this guy as your front man, who clearly you know is not moral? That's like having this dude, Jerry Falwell Jr., the head of Liberty University. Oh, really? Oh, the super righteous evangelical Southern Christian people got flaws too? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But I want to share something with you all, because you all in the Southern Christian community are awful quiet when it comes to Black Lives Matter. You get real quiet because I guess it don't sink and jive with your belief of what God is all about. But God created all of us, and he created all of us equal. And whether you believe that or not, that's the truth. But I don't really know if you believe it, because you accept the mistreatment of black people as it's supposed to be normal. And now you're mad at the NBA and the Major League Baseball players and the soccer players for not wanting to play sports on a certain day. You know why? Because they tired too. And now a lot of white people have got tired of it. And we're tired of your administration not acknowledging the problems of a large group of your people as a large group of your peers have. And for that, sir, it will cost you your position in the White House. That's what's going to happen. Vote 411.org is the website to go to, and we're going to vote early and we're going to vote often. And on November 5th, you will not be in the White House.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.